Can you hear me? Yeah, so quickly we shall start. Yeah, somebody quickly type formula for what is that? Sin A into cos A. Yeah, so that can be done, isn't it? Sin A into cos A. So look at here, particle of mass m confined to a one-dimensional region 0 to A. Again, so see the approach, okay? Again, when you have idea about all basics actually, you can do lot of manipulation without any what you call hesitation. Now look at here. What I do here is psi of x comma 0, okay, that's equal to root of 8 by phi a into, so sin pi x by a, so plus, so sin pi x by a cos pi x by a, so 2 sin pi x by a cos pi x by a, so divide by 2. So can I write like this? So I have taken one more 2 extra, I just divided by 2, okay. Root of 8 by phi a, so sin of pi x by a, so plus 2 sin a into cos a, that is sin of 2 pi x by a 1 by 2 here, isn't it? Now what I do here is, yeah, now next idea is taking 1 by again root of 2 by a inside, isn't it? But what I do is I am going to throw it off, because I can multiply whole state with a constant, so that is the same state with all properties same, isn't it? So that's why I'll just throw this off, is that okay? Or I'll multiply the whole thing again, I'll just throw this off along with that one. I'm going to multiply the whole thing by root of 2 by a. So look at here again, let me rub it out, let me write it as a, some a, let me put some a, let me put root of 2 by a here, sin pi x by a plus 1 by 2 root of 2 by a sin 2 pi x by a. I have thrown off this one, I put one constant at that place, and I multiply throughout by root of 2 by a, because I need root of 2 by a to write normalized function. Is that okay? I think resolution is okay, showing up to 480. You need more? I think in laptop it will show more than 480. Yeah. So that is the confidence. Look at here, what is the confidence is, I can take off this one, I can multiply with some common factor. I can remove any common factor, I can multiply by any common factor. Later I will take care of normalization. Is that okay? So that's why I put a here, I took off this one, I put one constant here, along with that one, throughout this one I multiplied by root of 2 by a. Or you could have taken root of 2 by a from this one, you could have multiplied that one, that's not necessary. Take off this one, you need this factor, common factor, just take that one. Because any state which is multiplied by a constant, that's also same state with all properties same. So that is the confidence, okay. So now I can write it as a into psi 1 of x plus 1 by 2 psi 2 of x, am I right? Or let me write psi 1 psi 2, okay. A into psi 1 plus 1 by 2 psi 2, where psi 1 and psi 2 are normalized eigenstate, energy eigenstates of particle in a box. So now take normalization condition, summation over mod Cn square is equal to 1, am I right? So coefficient of this one is a, mod a square coefficient of this one is a by 2 plus mod a square by 4 is equal to 1. What is a? Yeah, so quickly, what is a? So that's why psi of x comma 0 is equal to a common 1 plus 1 by 4, 5 by 4, 2 by root 5, 5 by 4, 2 by root 5. Okay. So 2 by root 5, 2 by root 5, psi 1 plus half psi 2. So I can write it as 2 by root 5 psi 1 plus 1 by root 5 psi 2. Again check normalization, because you might have done some mistake here. Yeah, when you square and add these two, yeah, you will get 1. Is that clear? Are you, again, look at the approach. Okay, you already solved this question. Look at the approach, and again, the confidence is this manipulation, the manipulation that I have done. So that step was very confident, isn't it? I took root of 2 by a, which is common. I mean, I multiplied throughout with root of 2 by a, which I can do. I took off this one, I placed some other constant. I will find that one using some normalization condition. Is that clear? Any questions? No, I mean, I think it's because of data speed problem. Okay. So save that one offline and watch it later. Yeah. So now, once you write this step, now you can find average energy. That's equal to summation over mod Cn square into En. Only two states are there. So that is 4 by 5 into E1 plus 1 by 5 into E2, 4 by 5 E1 plus E2 is 4 times E1. That's why 4 by 5 E1, 4 by 5 E1, 2 4 by 5, that means 8 by 5 E1, that's equal to 8 by 5 pi square h bar square by 2 ma square. I think the answer would be 4 pi square h bar square by 5 ma square. That's your average energy. So check it out, 4 pi square h bar square by 5 ma square. Is that okay? Any questions? Yeah. So I think you might have solved that one, but look at the approach. You should be confident to do like that, okay? Because some other question also needs similar approach, okay? I mean somewhere in exam questions. Yeah, now in the previous problem, probability that particle found in the left half of the box. Now again you could have taken very earlier one and you can integrate that one, but what I prefer is, I prefer integration of this one. So yeah, anyway, yeah, so how to do that one? So mod psi x comma 0, whatever, okay, whole square dx, integration from 0 to a by 2, am I right? 0 to a by 2, left half of the well at t equal to 0. So that is the probability that he is asking, okay. So 0 to a by 2, probability of finding the particle between 0 to a by 2. Now when you take mod square, look at here, these two are real. When they are real, look at here, how do I write the mod square here, okay. So 4 by 5 psi 1 square plus 1 by 5 psi 2 square plus 2 times 2 by root 5, 1 by root 5 psi 1 psi 2. When they are what you call integral 0 to a by 2 dx. When they are real, I don't have to make psi star into psi, I can just make a plus b the whole square. So that's why. So this would become 4 by 5 into integration of 0 to a by 2 psi 1 square dx plus 1 by 5 into integration of 0 to a by 2. So psi 2 square dx. What are these integrals? I hope you can do that one. plus 4 by 5 integration of 0 to a by 2 psi 1 psi 2 dx. Only integral that you need to do is this one. Yeah, what are these two integrals? Integration of 0 to a by 2 psi 1 square. Yeah, so what is this integral? One by 2, because if you take any nth eigenstate, probability of finding the particle in the left half of the well, that is half, isn't it? Because about the center of the well, your mod square psi n square is always symmetric, isn't it? So that's why half here, this integral you should do. Can you do that one? Only one integral needed to be done here. Okay, I think this is the easiest way. So anybody have done this one? What is the option? So this takes sin A into sin B formula. Okay, sin A into sin B. Again, do that integral. Any questions? So shall I move on? Yeah, this is also half, this is also half, only this integral needed to be done. So take that one separately and do that one, okay? I mean, look at here. So take it separately, 0 to a by 2. So root of 2 by a sin pi x by a. So into root of 2 by a sin 2 pi x by a dx, like that. So take it separately and do, and then substitute. Is that okay? Again, it will not take much time. So 2 by a. So sin A into sin B. What is the formula you apply for sin A into sin B? Option B. You got option B. So check it out. Okay. So this integral should be done properly. Only one integral you need to do in the. So if you take this problem, suppose if they ask for even 3.5 marks, that can be done, because only this integral should be taken care, isn't it? Rest of thing can be done within no time. Any question? So shall I move on to next question? Yeah, an electron is confined in the ground state of 1D box. Its ground state energy is 38 electron volt. Is that okay? So E1 is equal to 38 electron volt. E1 is equal to pi square h bar square by 2m e square, isn't it? The energy of the first excited state is E2 is equal to 4 pi square h bar square by, so 2m a square. So that is 4 times 38. What is that one? 4 times 38. 152. Okay. So this is not a big deal. Quickly, let me move on. So any questions? Yeah, this is the straightforward question. Okay, bound state energy. He said V naught is negative. Okay, V of x is equal to V naught into delta of x. Okay, he said V naught is negative. That's why that is attractive Dirac delta. Okay, I think I remember this formula. Energy is equal to minus h bar square kappa square by 2m. Kappa is equal to m into this one, mod of this one. Okay, m alpha by h bar square. That's what I remember. So that when you substitute, minus h bar square by 2m into m square V naught square divided by h bar raised to 4. So that m V naught square with negative sign, okay, by 2 h bar square. Am I right? M V naught square divided by 2 h bar square. That is the option. It's correct or not? So this is how I remembered. Okay, m k is equal, actually we have taken alpha in our Griffiths book. K is equal to m alpha by h bar square. That's what I remembered. And E is equal to minus h bar square kappa square by 2m. I felt that is easy to remember, because again I need to remember our what do you call bound state wave function also, root of kappa e power minus kappa mod x. Am I right? I need to remember this one also. That's why kappa can be written as m into whatever the mod comes here, or you can write like this, minus v naught into delta of x, where v naught is positive. You can take like this, or this v naught negative. Both are equivalent. Any question here? What he is asking in this question is a particle of mass m moving in attractive Dirac delta, v of x is equal to minus a into delta of x. Okay. So definitely your wave function, bound state wave function, root of kappa e power minus kappa mod x. To find any probability, you don't need energy, you need only this one, that is m into a by h bar square. Okay, m into a. So we have taken alpha here earlier. The particle is bound. Find the value of x naught such that probability of finding the particle mod x less than x naught. That means x belongs to minus x naught to plus x naught. That was, so that's what he is expecting. So that is equal to integral minus x naught to plus x naught mod psi square dx, isn't it? Mod psi square dx. So that is equal to, I think this is normalized. Okay, this is the normalization factor. So kappa into minus x naught to plus x naught square. Okay, e power minus 2 kappa mod x. You can substitute kappa later. Okay, dx. This can be written as 2 kappa because even function, isn't it? So 0 to x naught e power minus 2 kappa mod x dx. If you do this integral, so 2 kappa when you take 0 to x naught, you don't have to put mod here. Is that okay? Because when x is positive, mod x equal to x itself. So x whole divided by minus 2 kappa running from 0 to x naught. So look at here, this got cancelled. Upper limit minus outside, e power minus 2 kappa x naught minus upper limit minus lower limit e power 0, that's equal to 1. So 1 minus e power minus 2 kappa x naught, that is your probability. He said that probability is equal to half, isn't it? He said this probability is equal to half. Find that x naught. So what you can write, 1 minus half e power minus 2 kappa x naught is equal to half, isn't it? So that if you take reciprocal, if you take reciprocal, 2 kappa x naught is equal to 2, apply log 2 kappa x naught is equal to log 2, x naught is equal to log 2 divided by 2 kappa log 2 divided by 2 m a by h bar square. Which option? H bar square by 2 m a. H bar square by 2 m a into log 2. Any questions? Have you done this one? Just type something. Yeah, so shall I move on? So type something. Yeah. So now one more very nice question here, nicely designed question. A particle moving in 1D box from x equal to 0 to L, okay? 0 to L here. At L by 2, you are putting Dirac delta bump. where alpha is positive. Okay, which of the following is true? Now look at here. So ground state, ground state is like this, isn't it? Ground state wave function is like this. So first excited state is like this, isn't it? At L by 2, first excited state probability density is 0 or wave function is 0 at this point, isn't it? So that's why. But in case of ground state, probability of finding the particle at L by 2, that's very high. So that's why definitely this ground state is altered. First excited state is unaltered. Psi 2. Again psi 3 is altered. You can just find. Psi 4 is unaltered. Even number states are unaltered. Odd number states are altered. Isn't it? Yeah, what did you say? Minus 1 by 2? I'm not getting. What did you say? Minus 1 by 2? So first excited state, ground state is altered actually. First excited state is not altered because wave function itself is 0 at that point actually. Okay, and the same thing will come in the perturbation theory. When we find first order correction will be 0 for first excited state. For this kind of perturbation, first order correction will be 0 for first excited state. It will be non-zero for ground state. That means ground state is altered. This is unaltered. Any question here? I hope you can solve this one logically, because you can't apply again. Actually, whenever the Dirac delta comes, again whenever so your potential touches infinity, usually what you call your wave function will suffer derivative discontinuity, isn't it? Those are the topics we have studied in case of what you call Dirac delta function. So, but you don't have to solve any Schrodinger equation, discontinuity in derivative and all. That's not needed. Just see the options. Options are very simple here. Ground state is not altered. First excited state is not altered. Second excited state is not altered. None of the above, isn't it? Second excited state is psi 3. Psi 3 is altered again. So how do you write psi 3? How do you draw psi 3? I think it will be like this, isn't it? Psi 3 will be like this. So that's why psi 3 will be altered, because you have non-zero probability at L by 2. Any question? I hope you can solve this one logically. And our first order perturbation theory also says the same thing. But you don't need first order perturbation theory. You can just have the idea that probability of finding the particle is 0 here, or probability density of finding the particle is 0 here, and at that position you are disturbing. You are disturbing only that position. Am I right? Dirac delta means it's equal to infinity at x equal to L by 2. That's why you are disturbing only this point. So that's why this state is unaltered. Any questions? Yeah. So quickly, any questions? Yeah. So this is the question that they designed in the last paper, last or before that. Okay, infinitely deep well 1D box. Actually, this should be 0 to A. Okay, this should be 0 to A, because again this also repulsive potential at the middle. Actually, that is the idea that we have taken. Okay, this should be 0 to A, or you can take this one as L by 2. Okay, whatever. So now look at here. Let me take 0 to A here. Is that okay? 0 to A here. So particle which is confined in the box from 0 to A. Is that okay? So particle is initially in the ground state. Look at here. He said if the particle was originally in the ground state with energy E naught. Okay. Particle was initially in the ground state. So psi 1 is energy. He said energy E naught, okay. I mean E naught is equal to pi square h bar square by 2m A square. Actually, we write that one as E1, but he said he so he noted that energy as E naught, okay. That's why you have to take it as E naught. So now, yeah, particle is in ground state. Now you are putting what you call perturbation of lambda delta x minus a by 2, where again lambda is tending to infinity. That's what he gave, isn't it? Lambda is very much greater than 0. And at the end, so find the energy after the introduction of h dash, and in the limit lambda tends to infinity. In the limit this lambda tends to infinity, so what is the energy? Again, you can solve this one using again derivative discontinuity and all, just like we have done in case of so Dirac function well, but I don't prefer that one. Okay, I don't prefer that one because you can eliminate option or you can just answer logically. Now look at here. So it is in the ground state. Now you suddenly what you call switch on the perturbation where your potential, I mean that, so perturbed so potential at a by 2, so that is infinite wall. So can I say like this again, rather than giving this equation, they can say wall of infinite height and infinitely small thickness. So they can give like that also. Are you getting my point? Rather than giving this mathematical equation of Dirac delta, they can say so thin, so infinitely thin, so infinite height, I mean height of the wall is infinity and its thickness is almost 0. So they can say like that, isn't it? This one. So that wall is introduced at the middle of the box. Now what should happen is, again according to our what you call so theory and our logic, our wave function should not be continuous here, isn't it? Once that happens, once Dirac delta comes here, I mean once your potential touches infinity, what was our logic? Wave function will have a spike, isn't it? I mean derivative discontinuity will happen whenever our potential touches infinity. So that's why, so 0 to a here, a by 2 here. So your wave function is like this, or let me take mod psi 1 square because that is the most logical one. Okay, I mean your probability what you call density is the most so logical one. That's why let me take mod psi 1 square. So definitely if wave function derivative suffers discontinuity, again its mod square derivative also suffers discontinuity. That's why, so what would happen because of this infinitely height wall is, so your wave function will become like this. Actually that is odd. Okay, again your first excited state is odd actually. I mean, so but let me plot mod psi 2 whole square. Initially let me take mod psi 1 square. Again I'm trying to solve this one logically. Any problem? No, I think no problem. I'm trying to solve this one logically. Okay, that's why so I'm doing some manipulations, because when you see the options are very simple, 3 naught, E naught, like that, isn't it? So if mod psi 1 square, so if that is like this, after introduction of this infinitely height wall, what should happen is you should have some spike here. That spike cannot be like this. Okay, that spike cannot be like this. Is that okay? So that spike should be like this. Or you can take one more idea here. You can take one more idea here. Where should I take? Yeah, or let me give it little later. Let me give it little later. Okay. So that's why. So now this is nothing but your again let me take, initially it was in this state. After introduction of that perturbation, it will happen to be like this. So you have to notify that one. This is nothing but mod psi 2 square. If this is mod psi 2 square, corresponding energy is 4 pi square h bar square by so 2m a square. That means after introduction of this wall, your energy, again it was initially pi square h bar square by 2m a square. Pi square h bar square by 2m a square, it is becoming 4 pi square h bar square by so 2m a square, that is 4 times E naught. So that's why he is asking what is the energy after introduction of h dash. That is 4 E naught. Yeah, that is 4 E naught. But in exam they asked what is the change in energy. Change in energy is nothing but 3 E naught. That's it. I hope you can solve this one logically. Take mod square of ground state. Okay. So again, judge what would happen to mod square of the state when you introduce infinitely so thin wall. So, wall of infinite height and so very thin. So that you should have a spike here. That spike should be like this. Okay, let me argue that one. Okay, let me argue that one. Now look at here. This is a Jugard way of understanding. Okay, you can say like this. You had a attractive potential. Am I right? Attractive Dirac delta potential V of x is equal to minus alpha into delta of x. Am I right? At that situation, what happened to your wave function? Your wave function was like this kind of spike, isn't it? Do you remember? Or let me take mod psi square. Mod psi square is this kind of spike. Yeah, spike should be there because derivative discontinuity should happen. So that's why spike should be there at that point. That you can remember. Spike means sharp edge in the curve. Okay. So now, why this spike become like this? Why spike cannot be like this? Can you just give me the idea, somebody? Why spike should be like this? Why spike cannot be like this? This is also spike, isn't it? But this is not normalizable. Is that okay? This is not normalizable. So that's why somehow our mathematics will give us this kind of curve, isn't it? Mod psi square. Now what I am saying is, in case of our particle in a box, you got what you call a repulsive Dirac delta at a by 2. You got repulsive Dirac delta. That repulsive Dirac delta, it will try to decrease the probability here, isn't it? Attractive Dirac delta at the position of that Dirac delta where it is minus infinity, you got probability of finding the particle high. Am I right? Zero crossing depends on n or yeah. So that's okay. I am not talking about zero crossing here. So I am talking about what would happen if you put a wall of infinite height here. If you put wall of infinite height here, repulsive, at that point probability will try to become 0, isn't it? So just like, so in case of what you call attractive Dirac delta, you got this kind of spike where your spike again your wave function have got highest value at x equal to 0. Am I right? In case of Dirac delta, so Dirac function well, isn't it? Because particle is more likely to stuck here in case of Dirac function well. So when you put Dirac delta barrier like this, particle probability or probability density should decrease here. It should not increase here. Okay. So you can ask one question. Yeah, my initial wave function is like this. Why can't my final wave function will be like this? Am I right? So this is also spike. I told there should be some spike, and according to that one, I judged that is first excited state wave function, and I moved on. Am I right? This is so initial state mod psi square. Why it can't happen like this? Jugard way. Okay, this is a Jugard way. No mathematics. Okay, only logical. So because look at here, at this point at a by 2, you are putting attractive potential of infinite height. That I mean probability of finding the particle at this point, that should decrease actually. At a by 2, probability of finding the particle, that should decrease actually. So because of that, what I have done is I have done it like this. So that's why I made spike like this. Are you getting the logic? I am not getting what is the magnitude of the curve. But actually this is a Jugard way, okay, of eliminating option or finding the approximated answer. Okay. So this should not be solved like this. This is for only multiple choice question. Actually you should go for Schrodinger equation, derivative discontinuity and all, and from that one you should judge that one. Again, see YK Lim for the solution. Okay, he solved this problem. spike is at a by 2, but how curve magnitude of the curve is same? No, magnitude of the curve also changes, okay, because total probability should be equal to 1. So mod square, so total probability should be equal to 1. Now what I am judging is this is nothing but psi 2, mod psi 2 square. That means particle after this perturbation, it is making the transition from ground state to first excited state. That is a rough idea. Is that okay? Yeah. So shall I move on? I think this one is a problem in Griffith's book, and in Jatili I think it's a solved problem. Okay, outside Jatili second or third chapter, you can check it out. A non-relativistic particle of mass m undergoes 1D motion. So double Dirac delta. Okay, double Dirac delta. Whenever you have double Dirac, again whenever you have Dirac function well, at that point you will have a spike like this, isn't it? It's just a merging of two curves. Okay, so your potential is V of x, that's equal to zero a minus a, isn't it? Delta of x minus a, delta of x plus a. At x equal to minus a and at x equal to plus a, you have what you call Dirac function well. So that definitely your wave function should have a spike here. Your wave function should have a spike here. Am I right? Don't put spike at the middle, because that was the different Dirac delta, which had got so Dirac function well, which was at the middle. So that was our earlier problem, which is solved. Now try to join them. You should have a continuity everywhere else except so continuity of the wave function will always be there, but derivative should be also continuous everywhere else except at these 2 points. You can choose the option. Just check out what you call Jatili book. Okay, it may have two bound state. One, this is the ground state. Okay, this is the ground state, and there exists at least one bound state. So in this case, it may have two bound state also. In some case, it may have two bound state. So have a note on that one. Okay, so Jatili, outside problem. Okay, outside problem. One-dimensional problem, outside problem. He solved that one. In some cases, it will have only one bound state. Definitely, that ground state is usually symmetric. Am I right? In case of our symmetric potential, ground state was symmetric. You can just observe and have a note on that one. Okay. So that's why again it may have in some cases. Okay, it all depends on this G. I think G and A. In some cases, it may have two bound state. One is this one, ground state. Another one is first excited state, that is asymmetric. Usually, whenever potential is symmetric, our states are either symmetric or asymmetric. Am I right? So you will have this kind of state. Okay, I think this kind of state is also possible. That is first excited state. Ground state is that one only. It may have only one bound state or two bound state. Just have a note on when it will have one bound state, when it will have two bound state. That kind of question is not designed anywhere, but you better to have a knowledge of that one. Again, that solution is quite difficult. You should apply derivative discontinuity at 2 points and you have to find that one. Okay, quite a lengthy derivation. Is that okay? So in some case, it will have two bound state and first excited state is asymmetric, ground state is that one only. Option D. Any question? I hope you will have a note on this problem. So shall I move on? I think we solved this one earlier. Consider a particle in a harmonic potential. It is a combination of ground state and first excited state. These are normalized. Then if total thing should be normalized, mod A square plus mod B square should be equal to 1. Am I right? What is the value of A and B, so that again that will maximize expectation x value. How do you find expectation x value? how do you write x 1 by root of 2 h bar m omega minus ip plus m omega x, am I right? A minus is equal to 1 by root of 2 h bar m omega. You should not do like this. I don't remember, but you should remember this one. So then you have to add these two, a plus a minus root of 2 h bar m omega whole divided by 2 m omega, that is your x cap operator. You should directly, now what is that x cap operator? So x cap operator is equal to, I think I can write it as root of h bar by 2m omega a plus a minus. You should practice this one, okay? I think so you might have remembered this one or solved this one earlier, but you better to practice it here, okay? So now expectation x cap is nothing but, look at here, I better to write in Dirac notation, okay, that I feel comfortable. Let me write psi is equal to a into psi naught plus b into psi 1, okay? So that I can just write expectation x cap is equal to a star into, so did they said a and b are real? No, they haven't said. So plus b star into, any other way of solving this one? Any other way or only this way? So a into psi naught plus b into psi 1. Now remember, you should write this one directly, okay? That will save the time. I hope you can remember that one. So now this x cap is nothing but root of h bar by 2m omega. I can take it outside so that I can write a star psi naught plus b star psi 1. So a plus a minus a psi naught plus b psi 1. After practice, I think you can write this one directly, okay? I mean, so what would happen in the next step, you can write that one directly. When you operate a plus on this one, psi naught becomes root 1 into psi 1, am I right? When you operate a plus on this one, psi 1 becomes root 2 into state 2. But you don't have state 2 here, that will be orthogonal to this one, that's why you don't have to take that part. A minus operating on ground state, that is 0. A minus operating on psi 1, that's equal to root 1 into state n minus 1, state 0. So that's why when I operate, I'll take only non-zero terms, okay? A star psi naught plus b star psi 1. I'll take here a into psi 1, root 1 into psi 1, and another one a minus operating on this one, that will become b into psi 0. Again, there will be two more terms, one of them is 0, other one is state psi 2, that will have 0 inner product with this one. That's why I just eliminated that part, so that your expectation x is equal to psi 1, b star a star b, psi naught. Rest of things are 0, orthogonal. Root of h bar by 2m omega. So b star into a plus a star into b. Now check out. Can I eliminate option D? Yeah. Can I eliminate option D? Why? It will not satisfy normalization condition. Isn't it? It will not satisfy normalization condition. This will satisfy normalization condition, all other three options satisfy normalization condition. So when this will be maximum, a star b, b star a, when you substitute this one, I think you will get 0, check it out. A star, a is equal to 1 by root 2, b is equal to minus, no, again you will get minus, so you will get a negative value. Look at here, minus 1 by root. In this case, you will get negative value. In this case, you will get positive value. You better substitute all of them. You better, again, you can't solve that one, okay? I think you have two equation, two unknown, but I'm not suggesting you to solve up to this one and just check out. Again, if any of these two are negative, this total quantity is negative, am I right? So negative means very less value. So again, among these two then. So now substitute them, which one gives the highest value, isn't it? 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 or 2 by 5 plus 2 by 5, am I right? So this is equal to 1, what is this one? 4 by 5. Check it out. This is the highest value. Okay? Yeah, any other way, simplest way that you've found? I think like this only, isn't it? We have to go to this step, and one more thing is mod a square plus mod b square is equal to 1, am I right? By looking at this expression, you should say which option will give the highest value. Look at here, this option, these two options look similar, but this will give the negative value. Be careful. Okay? So among these two, again both options will give the positive value, but this is 4 by 5, this will give 4 by 5 as the coefficient, so this will give 1. I hope you got the idea. So shall I move on? So which of the following equality is true in case of stationary state of particle in 1D stationary state, okay? Eigenstate. I think that is this one, am I right? Expectation T is equal to expectation V in case of stationary state, that's equal to by 2, okay, which is the outcome of Virial theorem actually, Virial theorem for stationary state. Yeah, we shall move on. Again, this helped us to find expectation x square and expectation p square in case of stationary state. Don't forget this one. Consider a potential. Yeah, this is also logically answerable question actually. He has given a harmonic oscillator potential, okay? Harmonic oscillator potential. So parabolic half m omega square x square, okay, as a function of x. So now it has got what you call wall, which is built here. Is built here of height V naught, so thickness 2b. These are actually long answered question in case of Weichel-Lim, okay, but we can apply some logic to eliminate the options here, okay, where this height is compared to this thickness, it is of very high, okay, and this V naught is very high, as you can see here, okay. So now that's also very much greater than the ground state, or what you call your h bar omega, not ground state, your h bar omega. Again, with thin, nearly impenetrable barrier. Look at here, the same thing is given like this. Thin, so impenetrable barrier. That means of very height of that barrier is very high, very large. Okay. So now, what is the energy spectrum of the lower lying level? Okay, if energy is higher, again it may penetrate actually. Okay, so that's why he's talking about lower lying energy levels under the approximation that barrier is completely impenetrable. Barrier is completely impenetrable. This problem is exactly similar to your half harmonic oscillator. Okay, so again we shall write the wave functions. We shall draw the wave functions, okay, for harmonic oscillator which is not disturbed, suppose, which is not disturbed. So your ground state is like this, am I right? Your ground state is like this. Your first excited state is, I think it is like this. Am I right? First excited state is like this or ulta, isn't it? So next state is like this, that's again symmetric. It's similar to your particle in a box, but it will go to 0 slowly. Similar to particle in a symmetric well, it will also happen to be similar, but this will contain Gaussian part. That's why it will go to 0 very slowly. So that's why this kind of states are allowed. This kind of states are not allowed. Not allowed. Allowed. Am I right? So what is the energy of this one? This is half h bar omega. So 3 by 2 h bar omega. What is this one? 5 by 2 h bar omega. 3 by 2 h bar omega is allowed. 5 by 2 h bar omega is not allowed. So 7 by 2 h bar omega is allowed. Isn't it? Now check out which option gives that one. Because if you have very thin wall here, since our wave function is 0 here, that kind of state is unaltered. You can say like this. Or it happens to be merging of two half harmonic oscillator. In case of half harmonic oscillator, only this kind of states are allowed, isn't it? Again, this can be solved actually by boundary condition and all, but we don't have to solve this one. Anyway, we are handling multiple choice question here. So that's why 3 by 2 h bar omega, 7 by 2 h bar omega, next 11, again 9 by 2 h bar omega is not allowed. So 11 by 2 h bar omega is allowed, am I right? Just check out which will give that option, am I right? N by 2 h bar omega, n equal to 0, 1, 2, that cannot happen because that will allow all of the state. N by 2 h bar omega, n is equal to 0. If you put n equal to 0, half h bar omega, that is the state which is not allowed. So that 2n plus 3 by 2, this is possible. When n equal to 0, h bar omega state is not there here, okay? That's why you can eliminate option D also. So 2n plus 3 by 2. Yeah, option C. 2n plus 3 by 2. Put so n is equal to 0 here. Okay, your ground state. Okay, don't get confusion with integer. Okay, just find what are the allowed energies. Okay, integer again it is so depending on the situation, isn't it? Again, this all how we design. Don't think like this is always written as E naught. This is always written as E1. It all depends on our integer. Is that okay? Here E naught is this one. In this situation, E naught is this one. So that's why just find what are the allowed energies. Look at here. When you put n equal to 0, the ground state is 3 by 2 h bar omega. This is the ground state. When you put n equal to 1, 2 plus 3 by 2. Yeah, 7 by 2 h bar omega. That is the first excited state. Ground state, first excited state, second excited state, and all. So can you solve? Logically answerable question, even though pure mathematical part is quite lengthy. I think somebody solved this question. Let me skip doing this problem on the board because it is a little time consuming, okay? But let me explain the step. Wave function is given and one more idea is given, V of x tends to 0 as x tends to infinity. The potential energy is given as, again you should go for so minus h bar square by 2m d square psi by dx square plus V of x into psi is equal to E into psi. I told this one d square psi by dx square that's equal to minus 2m E minus V of x divided by h bar square into psi. Take second derivative, try to write that one in terms of psi only. Is that okay? Take second derivative and try to write that one as some function into psi, so that again in that function, if you have any constant, so attribute that constant to energy variable to V of x. I think we solved similar question. Now, while doing the problem, you have to make use of this one. Somebody please solve and send it to Slack. I think this is quite lengthy, isn't it? Anybody have solved this one? I tried earlier. It takes a lot of steps actually. Let me skip this one because it will kill time. We can discuss a lot of other problems. Anybody solved this one? Yeah. While doing this one, you should explore this also. Remember, as x tends to infinity, V of x tends to 0. Because otherwise, they will not give that condition actually. So, can you just put this one into Slack, okay? Question as well as answer, because again, it takes some time, okay? It will kill our time. That's why I am just skipping this one. So, again, solve this problem very neatly and post this one into Slack if anyone solved this one, okay? So, shall I move on? A similar question that they can ask, okay? I think there are a couple of just questions where they will give wave function, they will ask you to find potential, okay? So, there you can directly do this one, but in this case, you should explore this fact also, okay? Yeah. Let me move on because that takes a lot of time. Yeah, at time t equal to 0, particle in a potential I think this is a old just question. Similar question is asked in just exam. So, where psi n are eigenstates of energy with eigenvalue n plus of h bar omega, orthogonality, normalization constant A is. Look at here. In this question, they asked what is the normalization constant A, but in just exam, without A, they gave this psi and they asked directly what is the expectation value of energy. Most of the students haven't normalized that one actually. They proceeded as it is. They forgot to normalize. So, don't forget that one, okay. Normalization condition summation over mod Cn square is equal to 1, am I right? So, what is this one? Summation over mod A square into 1 by root 2 I think, yeah. So, I better write some terms, isn't it? A 1 by root 2 psi 1 plus 1 by root 2 whole square psi 2 plus and so on. Am I right? 1 by root 2 whole square psi 2. I think you should start with 0. Sorry, you should start with 0. Psi of x comma 0, that's equal to A into 1 by root 2 raised to 0 psi 0 plus 1 by root 2 raised to 1 psi 1 plus 1 by root 2 raised to 2 psi 2. Am I right? Can I write like this? Now, summation over mod Cn square is equal to 1. So, that is equal to summation over mod A square into n equal to 0 to infinity, okay. Mod A square into 1 by root 2 raised to n the whole square is equal to 1. So, that is equal to mod A square summation over n is equal to 0 to infinity 1 by root 2. Can I write it as 1 by root 2 square raised to n? So that I can take 1 by 2 whole raised to n. Am I right? I can write that one very quickly. So that series is mod A square into 1 by 2 raised to n, that is equal to 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2. Am I right? summation over x power n is equal to 0 to infinity, that's equal to 1 by 1 minus x, as I remember. Just correct me if I am wrong. 2 minus 1, 1,